Ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed one of the great Naga performances in Dota history. Welcome back to DotaPit League Season number 2, mYInsanity versus Team Secret. An impressive display coming out from Secret in that last game. Obviously, a lot of it due to the Wisp and the Naga combo in the mid lane. Getting off to a fast start, Kuroki with a 12-minute Radiance. His GPM 884, that is good enough for 4th place in the all-time records. In every patch of Dota 2. So, one of the best performances we've seen in a while. Again, we made a lot about Kuroki's performance. We talked a bit about the rest of Secret and how well they played. mYInsanity, they didn't play particularly bad, but going up against the IO was no easy task. And again, we've talked about it. My name is Mont. With me today is F4L, man. What were your thoughts on that last game?
I mean, I sort of said it at the end. I think Team Secret did a really good job pressuring the towers. Against really difficult lane matchups. I think both in the top lane and like the top/jungle lane was extremely difficult for them, and then the 1v1 in the off lane with Simba's Timbersaw against the Razor. But Secret did a really good job of pressuring all the lanes while mYI made a lot of rotations. And also, I mean, what can you say about Kuroki and No-Tail's performance in the mid lane? Getting that triple kill at, I believe, around the 6-minute mark, and they just played phenomenally well that game.
That was like, I think, level 1 overcharge too, and I think Kuroki stayed alive maybe 30 seconds longer than he should have in that situation. It was actually just kind of ridiculous, and I kept using the terms, but
definitely a highlight-worthy play. He was able to dodge 2 auto attacks with the mirror image to stay alive while getting healed simultaneously, so...
Yeah, it's kind of gross, and to cap it all off, the 4-man black hole coming out from Puppey, and just some more absurd plays coming through.
I can't believe they're giving them Wisp again.
Yeah, I was going to mention it eventually, but there it is. mYInsanity, they let it go. They pick up the Ogre Jakiro Troll Warlord, but Secret get IO Puck Doom.
What's most surprising to me is that, so mYInsanity had first pick in the previous game, and I mean, you know what Team Secret's going to pick first. They're going to either get Elder Titan, Panda, or Wisp if one of these is available. So I just feel like if you have first pick against Secret, you just take one of the heroes and then you ban the other two. But choosing not to do that last game, and in this game they pretty much have to pick their poison, and they're going to go with the Wisp again. And I honestly think it's the worst one of the trio to give them.
I mean, like, this was No-Tail's hero for the longest time before he was playing with Secret. I mean, when he was playing with Fnatic, he was known as a Wisp player primarily first and foremost. I mean, people talked about his Meepo because it was kind of like legendary, and you'd see it occasionally. I mean, you'd also talk about other supports that he would play, but IO was his bread and butter for good reason. Fnatic made that combo of Tiny IO. They brought it to, I think, the forefront, at least in the European scene and the Western scene. There were other teams that did in the Eastern scene, but that's neither here nor there. And this is a squad that is, they're very well-rounded. And we talked a lot about Kuro and No-Tail, obviously. I think S4 had a really good game later on. And you talked about the jungle as well. I mean, that was a Lazard roaming 4-position bounty hunter. That is not a difficult hero to go up against as an Enigma. And I think that Puppey did a very good job of just roaming around, making sure he didn't die. He died occasionally, but he was fine for the most part. And they got every hero that they really wanted. They got everything they needed. Even with the rough start that Simba had, they were fine. So mYInsanity, they've got to find something to do differently. They pick up the Miranda, they pick up the Troll Warlord. Morphling is now grabbed for Secret because why not? They have the Doom as well, so. Oof.
Morphling going to be their Wisp partner in crime. And honestly, so they get the Radiant side Morphling IO combo. And this is something that we used to see a lot from EG when they would run the Wisp. And their plan will be most likely to knock the trees down and stack with the IO, both the small and medium camp, or sorry, it's the medium and large camp, and then have Morphling clear with the waveform. And mYInsanity are actually going to go ahead and pick this Meepo, and is this going to be the 4-position Meepo that we saw yesterday?
I think so. The Lazard 4-position Meepo coming out is...
I remember people in the chat yesterday were saying like he's top, like near the top of the leaderboard in Europe playing the Meepo, so
that makes sense.
He's one of those.
Empire was not ready for the impressive 4-position Meepo display. The greediness of Empire to go up and take the tier 4 is only to get poofed on and lose their entire team. by the way, if you haven't seen that series, there should be a Twitch VOD.
Yeah.
Empire versus mYInsanity, which happened earlier this week. Let's just say there were some 3-2-2s.
2 days ago.
Yeah, it was 2 days ago. That was one of the most fun. That was definitely one of the most fun series I've casted to date. I highly would recommend it to you guys out there if you really enjoy a good watch. So, yeah, I mean, this Meepo, it could do wonders again against Team Secret. Might be a bit more difficult here. And now it is all important. It's also important to know that mYInsanity, they played very well coming into today, and last game was no exception. Just a bit difficult of a match to play against Secret. They won a game against Cloud9. They did very well against Empire. I mean, this is not a team that a lot of people thought it was going to be a pushover team, but they're showing that maybe that's not necessarily true. Secret go for the Sven, though, with their last pick, and maybe, is this a support Sven? Yeah, I think so. Wow.
It's going to be pretty good. It's going to give them a lot of armor, and I'm actually... I'm not sure why they have this troll pick. I like the rest of the draft, but troll, they didn't really pick anything to synergize with the attack speed buff that he's going to give the rest of the team. I mean, they have the Potom, but...
That's not... I feel like that hero just... If you ever pick that to right-click... I mean, there are very situational cases where I like it. But other than that, maybe a Meepo to a certain extent because of just the clones that you have, but I'm even kind of questionable about that. This was actually, Troll was a hero that Kuroki grabbed for Team Secret not too long ago and didn't have much success with it, and I'm not really sold on the hero either. He's got really great early game potential, but I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
You're not sold on Troll?
Yes, that's the hero.
I think you really have to have it with a hero that can carry you into the late game. I actually really like Troll and Void together.
Yes.
But outside of that, I mean, sure, we've seen it win games, but was it the reason that you won a game? I don't think it's ever the hero that you say, this hero won us the game. So, yeah, I sort of tend to agree with you that it's not really a game-changing hero pick.
I think it was fine back before they nerfed it, honestly. I mean, he was picked off, and
he was extremely strong. I mean, not only was he nerfed in the mid lane, but they nerfed pooling, so he no longer really able to start with that poor man shield in the mid lane. Sure, he might be able to start it in one of the side lanes, but...
He actually has a poor man shield and 2 pooled tangos as we speak. And it is Grazine playing the Troll Warlord. It's important to note. He's played the mid every matchup we've seen him in, so... Might be an interesting choice. Kuroki mid currently, and again, the dual lane's going to come out. I mean, it's going to be Big Daddy and Kuroki, and you have to expect it. I mean, regardless of having a Troll Warlord mid, this is going to be another pretty good lane for Team Secret. So, for your squad, for mYInsanity, on your dire side, the Serb/Bosnian/Croatian squad. We'll have Hatawa playing your Ogre Magi. Mitch going to be playing your Mirana. Looks like we'll be playing Lizard's going to be on the Meepo again. No surprise there. Grazine on your Troll Warlord. And top lane, it is going to be Milan playing your Safe Lane Jakiro with the dual Ring of Protection build coming out for Milan. So.
And then for Team Secret in the top lane, it's going to be S4 playing the solo puck. In the mid lane, we're going to have Kuroki being supported by Big Daddy No Tail on his Wisp. We're going to have Puppy playing the Sven.
Body blocks are up through. They tether up as well. They got arrow first. Kuroki doesn't have waveform, so it really comes down to Puppy and Big Daddy getting this kill.
This is actually a kill.
Puppy eats through, and they have a right click to get this kill from Io. Easily done. They notice the arrow coming out. They're like, well, you don't have leap. You're actually just gonna die. So Puppy just runs at him, and the tether came through. That was a very smart play.
And then last but not least for Secret, we have Simba playing that safe lane Doom. So, I mean, and that's their position 1 Potom as well.
Yeah, so Mitch trying to get involved early on. I think that was Mitch anyways, playing the Mirana with the arrow. And I'm surprised he just didn't go to lane. I mean, you want to get snipes with the Mirana, but maybe not in that position. So he goes down and, well, he's going to head back towards the bottom lane now. It looks like Hatawa's here as well, looking to maybe throw up a ward. Simba's going to run right into him. They're going to exchange right clicks. No Devour for Doom yet. He's looking for a camp to use it on. Puppy's going to come in, and they're going to actually just get another kill here. Hatawa's like, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm actually just dead. Fire Blast is going to go. Who's going to get it this time? It is going to get Puppy another kill, or rather his first kill. But, well, what a start.
And, I mean, they keep rotating this Wisp around. And this Wisp Sven is just doing work in this early game.
It's 2 minutes in and already the IO is doing work.
Yeah, and Sven probably going to pick up those boots, so a really fast start for Puppy. It looks like Simba has moved into the jungle to give Puppy a little bit of space to get some levels and golds.
Simba found an Alpha Wolf. Just it doesn't get much worse for MY. I guess the Alpha Wolf's not the worst thing in the world, but it could be better, I suppose, for MY right now. Grazine, he is sitting kind of far back. Luckily, he has the range axis to work with here to get last hits, but Kuroki again, and we see it time and time again. Kuroki off to a fast start with 13 last hits, and I mean, can't really say much else than that. Like, it's just so good. It's just ridiculous. Grazine is having a rough time as well, so.
Yeah, and I honestly don't even think this is a good matchup, even if it was a 1v1, to be perfectly honest. But especially in that 2v1 matchup, Grazine having a difficult time already chewing through his pooled regen with his poor man shield, and not enough gold currently for that bottle, so.
Right now, this 4-position Meepo is already looking like it's going to have to do a lot of work here, and it's going to be difficult at the very best. There is a rotation from Puppy. I don't know if they've noticed him. I don't think there's an observer ward from the Radiant squad, and this was placed a while ago, so they might have seen the rotation over, and this is why Grazine is actually back underneath the tower. They did see the rotation over coming out from this observer ward, so unless Grazine makes a mistake and moves even an inch closer, I think, to Kuroki, he probably should stay alive, but they might even just dive this tower to kill him when it's all said and done. They're actually going to dive. Overcharge, the Stormhammer is going to fly the waveform, and yeah, they just get a kill. That's about as okay of a position you could be in, and they don't even care. They just dive.
Yep. And No Tail going to go ahead and heal up both of them with the overcharge and the 2 bottle charges. He's probably also going to pick up this Invis rune in the top lane, so I mean, he's already up to 740 gold with a bottle and a magic stick, so No Tail off to a fast start, getting 2 kills for himself.
That is a smoke deceit. That they're looking to continue. If they find the Meepo.
Seen?
No, it wasn't. I don't think so. The observer warp was here, and they smoked to the high ground, I'm pretty sure.
I think one of them was sitting there.
Well, regardless, so Lizard is... he actually might back away. Maybe they did see it. I thought for sure they didn't have vision of that. I think they did it like
one
here.
of them was on the low ground.
And you might be right.
I think... Yeah.
Well, regardless, yeah, they are going to back away. It looks like they did see it, so I guess I'm wrong. But
so a little unfortunate that they didn't smoke on that high ground.
Smart play, really good vision coming up from MY. Even this ward, which is not too commonly placed. But
they might find Lizard in the jungle on this Meepo.
He seems to still have an understanding they're missing. He's actually just going to poof back to base, and
alright, so he's perfectly fine.
They notice that there is a stack here, though, but they're going to wrap on mid again. Is Grazine dead? No, TP coming in from the Meepo, and they don't want to dive. Maybe they do. Puppy's thinking about it. He's just zoning them out with his body. I'm a Sven. You cannot man fight me. Get away. And an immediate smoke counter smoke actually coming out from Lizard. He's going to head to the enemy jungle, but there's no one down bottom here. I mean, you look at Simba. He's actually over here at the big camp. He'll probably devour one of these small creeps. And they are giving actually this lane to Mitch. They don't really seem to care that he's got 27 last hits. Hatawa is here as well. They're going to rotate through. They might find Simba. But will they find Lizard? Yeah, Puppy sees him immediately. Stormhammer?
I don't think they can't kill him. I don't think. Oh, they are going to save the Stormhammer, so maybe they can get.
Yeah, I think he's actually dead. The Spirits is more than he could try to poof away. The Earthbind, but no, it's not going to do much. Now they do get ensnared. The Earthbind coming in. Big Daddy is low. The Liquid Fire. He tethers through, and now here comes Grazine. He might be able to get 2 off this, maybe even none actually. Big Daddy goes down to the neutral creep. The Stormhammer onto Grazine. They can't pick a target, and Puppy escapes so far. He doesn't have Warcry. It's on cooldown. Kuroki backing away as well. Hatawa. Arrow's going to come in. There's the Liquid Fire. Doing some damage. And the arrow snipe coming in from Mitch. What a beautifully placed arrow. What an assassin. That's a really big kill for them.
That kill is really important because they end up rotating 5 heroes into the mid lane. And we sort of saw this last game. mYI, you know, sure they're picking up these kills, but the amount of resources that they expend for every kill is...
Hatawa dead? Moonlight Shadow's gonna go. The Spirit as well. Kuroki getting overcharged. Again, just like last game, they fight so early. The Starstorm, though, Big Daddy in trouble. Stormhammer is not there. Kuro has his waveform ready to go. Lazard might be in some trouble. Moonlight Shadow, Kuroki gonna try to get the kill. He's gonna use his stats to get up the morph. Now the Dream Coil coming in. S4 as jaunting through, it looks like. Cannot get the kill. They have to back away. Kuro stays alive. They lose 2 heroes. S4 getting liquid fired. He still has his phase shift. He has his jaunt up, his illusory orb in a second ready to go, and he's going to try to chase down Milan, or at least put some pressure onto him, but I mean, space created, though, bottom lane for Simba.
Alright, I thought Milan might go down. S4 deciding doesn't want to test the THD's dodging skills in that particular situation, and well, okay, that's so the bottom in the mid lane actually ended up getting Stormhammered and was able to actually leap dodge it, which is actually really difficult. I think there's a 0.1 second of invulnerability on leap, and you have to leap right as the Stormhammer is going to hit you because it does follow. So really good timing on that leap ward. I think he actually would have fallen in that mid lane.
It's not easy to disjoint, especially early on with the Mirana. Nice play there. I didn't catch it, but regardless, he stays alive. He was very close to dying, though, even without the Stormhammer.
Yep.
But it feels like MYI are not getting any farm, really. The Mirana has 30 CS, but other than that, I mean, it's nothing comparable to the 56 of Kuro and even 35 of S4 in the top lane, so...
And Simba actually getting to 3rd on this last hit chart with 31 after completely sacking the bottom lane for quite some time.
And then Puppy's here now. They actually have Doom up as well, so if they want to fight, maybe they can. There's the Warcry coming in. Hitawa's like, I need to leave. Am I going to get doomed? Is Mitch going to get doomed? Who's the target here? They want Puppy the Stormhammer. They just club up for it. And Mitch is probably going to die. They might be able to deny. No way. Hitawa now is going to get focused. Those spirits, those balls from the Wisps doing so much work, and Hitawa's trying to juke and jive as best as possible. Lizard, you don't want to be here. Time to poof out, buddy, and he does make it away. Relocate. They're going to go on mid. Crow now going to jump into Grazine, and they're going to fight this. Waveform has been used. It's on a cooldown for another 3 seconds. Grazine's going to eat his tree and try to stay alive, but, I mean, they see him clearly, and the Whirling Axes are going to do no damage really to any of these heroes, and they get yet another kill on Kuroki, who's up to 2,000 gold.
And, I mean, I talked about this the last time that they did pick up this Meepo, but I'm just not sure how effective this 4th position Meepo is. Sure, they won that last game, but, I mean, it just takes too long for the hero to ramp up as the 4th position.
And I think this is a bit of a different situation as well. Arrow, Puppy actually walked back into it. Ignite's going to go. Not the longest duration. Good stun for Puppy to stay alive, but I think he should still go down here with the Ignite as well as the Fire Blast coming in and Mirana getting the kill with a right click. So, no, I agree with you completely. This Meepo it's going to need to...
I mean, he's currently completely ineffective. So he is stacking up this jungle, gonna look to get some farm through these camps, but I mean, he's just so far away from even his first item, which is most likely going to be that Aghanim Scepter.
I do like the battle trends coming out from Grazine. They're going to try to trade towers, the tier 1 bottom for the tier 1 mid. And it looks like they will get the tower. They do commit 3 heroes for it.
Yeah, but I think Secret are going to get this top tower as well, so it's not really going to be an even trade.
No, and they might even get Lazar. He's going to walk right into the... he's going to try to poof out? No, I don't think so. Kuroki just waveforms on top of him and gets the kill.
And the Midas picked up 4 Simba on this Doom, so... I feel like the difference between this game and the last game that they had the Meepo is that Secret have the better late game.
Oh, absolutely. Doom... And not only that, but Kuroki, who's off to a fast start. Doom with the Midas, we've talked about it. Aghanim Scepter is just going to shut down so many heroes. So, and on top of that, Sven can even transition into a somewhat decent carry late game if he can maybe get like a Mask of Madness or even like a BKB and God Strength or play tech.
I think this Sven pick was really intelligent against the last pick Meepo because it provides that AoE disable that you really need when playing against the Meepo.
It actually just destroys everybody, especially early on in the game. The Meepos clumped up together, the double poof, the triple poof. It's not going to be as scary now. Arrow, phase shift, nicely played from S4. I gotta say, I'm still interested in watching. Fotz's game the other day was pretty good. Doom coming out, Simba not going to use it here. The Sentry's going to get plopped down, I believe, but they back away with the Moonlight Shadow. They don't want to fight. The Observer Ward on the high ground. If they re-engage on this, I would be very surprised. Kuroki is actually just man-fighting waveform through. They know that they have vision now, and Simba actually denied the tower. Spirits, Hitawa, Fire Blast going in. Is Hitawa dead? I think so, yeah. Stormhammer now, leap away. And Mitch actually disjoints it yet again. Big Daddy relocates in. Arrow coming in. They will miss. And Puppy's getting low, but they do get the kill with the right click. A 1-for-1 exchange, support for a support. So already Secret being aggressive, but maybe much to there's the chagrin. They're going to get killed. Puppy's got to throw up a Stormhammer. There's the Doom coming in as well. Lazard getting doomed up. Meanwhile, the waveform in. They do lose the Doom. Buyback coming in as well. Lazard's still alive. He's going to stay alive. Missed the waveform on Lazard, potentially?
No, yeah, and he's not going to get the kill anymore.
Well, Milan might die still. Big Daddy in some trouble, though. I think he just bought back. This is bad, actually, for Secret. Really bad. Dream Call come in, but here's S4 to come and rescue the day. There's going to be a Ghost Scepter just purchased up for Kuroki at the right time to stay alive. Waveform Grazine is low. Not low enough. Kuroki is going to fall, finally. The Fire Blast keeps him in place. And it was sort of like a repeat of last game at this time, where they had a big lead. And they kind of just have a weird, interesting fight. But
I mean, they were just up 7,500 gold, and now it's down to 2,500. I mean, so I would say, I mean, a little bit of a throw, but I mean, they still have a commanding lead, I think, just because of the heroes that they have. Mm-hmm. But I mean, Kuroki actually just missed 2 waveforms back to back.
That's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, so...
And now Lizard with that point booster onto the Meepo, so looking to pick up that farm. That was definitely the fight that mYI needed to get back into this game, though.
Yeah, that is going to provide almost as level 2 Divided We Stand. You get it at your level 10, obviously, so second clone going to come out, and obviously the Aghanim Scepter. It's still somewhat far away, but he could, once he gets to that third or that second clone, I mean, he could start taking these jungle stacks pretty quickly, or even just splitting around the map, as long as he's not getting picked off, which that is a big if in this game currently with the heroes they have. So, but Secret have backed off. They've continued to farm. That was the Ghost Scepter picked up for Kuroki, like we talked about. So it is going to be an Ethereal Blade, the Casual Yasha into Ethereal Blade for Morphling, it looks like. So,
and he's still farming away. Highest net worth in the game by about 1,200 against this Potom. There's a Stormhammer somewhere, but it looks like
he was just
farming.
Yeah.
Does go ahead and pick up those treads, so he's at treads and magic wand for Puppy. What's on the Wisp? Wisp gets up that urn. He has, I mean, he just had a dieback, so probably not going to see any item progression anytime soon for No Tail.
He was doing really well up until that point, so.
And I think S4, did he have the blink in the last fight? Maybe he had just picked it up.
I think he just got it. I think that's why he wasn't there from the get-go. He was farming that blink dagger and getting ready to fight. So now that he has it, I think if they want to fight, they certainly could a bit more aggressively. But for mYI, they're a bit more comfortable just sitting back and farming at this point. Although Moonlight Shadow is going to go. Milan getting caught up. There's the sentry. They get the kill. That's the Dream Call coming in. They actually relocate for that as well. I didn't even see that come up on the minimap. Luckily, I catch the tail end of the kill, and it's going to be S4 getting it. No Tail and Kuroki get relocated back down to the bottom lane. Top lane, Mitch is looking for maybe a hero to kill. That being Simba, but Simba with the game sense realizes that maybe he's going to get caught out. He backs away immediately. His Midas is on cooldown. Ugh, the efficiency. This hurts as a player sometimes, and it hurts as somebody watching the game to see. But he's going to go up and use his Midas real quick, I hope.
So I am interested to see when mYI do decide to look at Roshan. I think that's their next play. As they do have this troll, it looks like he is going to pick up the Vlad, so probably going to be looking to go for a Roshan kill pretty soon.
Will they be able to do it successfully is the question.
I mean, they have the Meepo, the troll, and the THD, so they will take it down pretty fast.
And they have a good Roche fighting lineup if there is a contention from Secret, which I don't even know if that will be the case. S4 is going to grab a haste rune top. They're looking for a kill. Here comes Simba. The Doom is up on Hitawa. This might be a free kill coming out. Illusory Orb, yeah, Hitawa's just going to die. Battle Trance is going to go. Meanwhile, I'm not sure where. Mitch is going to have to leap to the high ground. They're still chasing after Milan here. Coil's going to go in. Another coil onto poor Milan. He gets caught out. S4 with the Illusory Orb, the level death. Simba gets the kill. Relocate top. They want to fight this. Grazine is low in life. He's actually at half. Waveform Kuroki's not going to miss that one. That's going to be 3 dead for mYI. And this is the dangerous potential that we didn't see as much of in the last game, although it was still there. But the relocate ganks coming in underneath the tier 2 tower, much less so. And they're going to not stop as Mitch is going to get Waning Rift and stunned, and God's Strength, and Puppy's just going to hit him once to kill him. So
bit of a different. I think Morphling definitely a better hero to have combined with this Wisp.
Right.
With those relocate ganks, but.
And Lizard, he's farming away 3 Meepos now. He's actually 1 component away from his Aghanim Scepter, but he needs his Blink Dagger. We talked about this before. He really needs a Blink to be able to do something with it.
He is up to level 11, so doing pretty decently in terms of experience on that 4 position. I mean, if you look at the levels, I mean, Kuroki is level 11, but I mean, we talk about this all the time. Meepo is definitely a hero that only functions from being ahead, so.
And it's going to be tough because he's going to get shotgun pretty soon. Speaking of getting caught out, Simba in the top lane. This could be a huge kill for Lizard, although there is the Scorched Earth. Another proof coming in. Earthbind is up in a couple of seconds. He actually can't secure the kill. He could have kept going there. There was nobody anywhere in the vicinity. Yeah. They might have relocated in.
He doesn't know that, though. And it's really unfortunate. He missed the first Earthbind, which I think might have secured him that kill. I think he was microing one of his other Meepos, didn't see the Doom quickly enough, and a little unfortunate. Good for Simba that he does escape in the end, so.
Scorched Earth providing yet another ridiculous escape for Doom in a situation where maybe you shouldn't survive. But a fight coming through, Milan, well, he just got Ethereal Bladed. The shotgun comes out, Puppy's like, let me throw the Stormhammer. Ooh, the arrow on Kuroki, though. He is going to use his Morph Agility. Grazine's going to come in. He's going to try to fight this. They have Mitch in the backside. Big Daddy's going to be the target. God's Strength, and now they're going to turn to fight. Grazine, actually the missed chance coming in onto Puppy. He can't do any damage because of it. And now Lizard coming in. He misses the first Earthbind again. Kuroki's thinking about fighting his Ethereal Blade off cooldown in 3 seconds. Doesn't have the most agility, though, to kill anybody. There it goes. Mitch is just going to get away, though. The waveform, not enough. The Adaptive Strike, the right click from Kuroki should be there. Io gets the kill on Hatawa, and it looks like Mitch gets away somehow. Whew. He has just dodged a bullet. He had maybe 20 HP, maybe less than that, after the Ethereal Blade and the Adaptive Strike. God.
And it looks like after that engagement, S4 is actually going to go for the Midas on the Puck. So going for that, I would say the new builds that we've seen a lot coming out from Puck players recently. Go ahead and pick up that Midas after you get your core items in the Blink and Tier 2 boots. Just gives you a lot of power going into that late game.
I gotta say also, there's really only one player that I have seen not go that build recently, and with
Fata.
Yeah, I mean, he played so well without it. That was a game where I was so impressed with his play. And obviously S4, though, one of the, if not the best Puck players around, widely regarded for his Puck play. So he's had a good game so far.
I actually really like the Midas on this hero, and I commend whoever invented it, because it's really smart when you think about it from a theoretical level, just because the hero tends to not farm too well after you get these core items, because usually you want to move around the map, you know, create as much space as possible, use that coil, and this just gives you, it basically secures your late game farm and that next item that you're going to go for.
Yeah, I wonder who did invent the choice. I mean, and we keep using this term invent, it's a strong word, but I mean, we come from NA Dota where Sam or Boba invented Elder Titan, so.
I mean, let's be real, this is how it usually goes. You're in a pub game and you see someone do something that you wouldn't have thought of, and then you're like, wow, that was a good idea. And then you steal it.
Are you calling out Sam Bulbasaur right now? I think you are. Ethereal Blade into Lizard as the fight's breaking out. Waveform not going to be enough, but the Adaptive Strike will be. The Aegis, the 4-man coil, but where's the follow-up? Kuroki's going to get macro-powered. He actually is in a lot of trouble. And he is going to maybe fall here. No, coming in Puppy. Look at the damage coming in. The Waning Rift, the Cleave. Simba coming in with the Scorched Earth. It's a full wipe coming out. Secret Obliterate, mYI. They don't even need Kuroki. Puppy says, I'll do all of the heavy lifting, guys. There was not even a cleave. That was just a Waning Rift and Illusory Orb, and maybe Big Daddy with Spirits coming in and destroying people.
What's this ogre's problem? I was just gonna say, is that a Stormhammer or was that a Ravage? And he just all chats, was that Ravage?
Oh my god. Did anybody get the number of that train that just hit MYI? Holy. Whew.
That was a really impressive stun coming up from Puppey. I think it hit every member of mYI in
that Dream Coil did work. It laid the foundation, if you will. Brick by brick, and then Puppey comes in, he's like, I'm going to tear this house down. He throws up the Stormhammer and just blows everyone away. So this gives them a full, just a huge advantage now. And the arrow's going to come in. It does split everybody. That might have been a target from Y, but I don't think after that last fight you want to fight anybody anytime soon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, we are going to see the Aghanim Scepter on Puppey.
Oh, hell yes.
I think this might be the first time that I've seen it.
I wish I was better at that, Dota, man. Really want to see who's picked up this item on this hero recently, if anybody at all. I have never seen it personally. I don't think you have either.
Let's see if I can figure this out.
Alright, well, meanwhile, F4L's going to type away. We're going to have a Yule Scepter. That'll be up onto Simba. This might be an easy kill for Grazine here. Dream Coil coming in, but it does really nothing other than stop the aggression coming out from Secret, but even still, they're ready to go. Ethereal Blade and Kuroki just adaptive strikes the Jakiro. He dies instantly. Poof back in onto Kuroki. He waveforms out. Grazine is going to try to fight. Big Daddy going. There's the Dagon as well. The Illusory Orb coming in, and Puck with the level 1 Dagon comes out and gets a kill easily on Grazine. So a core and a support for 2 cores coming out from mYI, and Kuroki still wants to fight. His Ethereal Blade ready in a couple of seconds. John away. Hatawa's going to get silenced. Waning Rift. Puck finds another kill. S4 doing it again, and No-Tail's back in. I think he relocated out. He actually might have... No, he bought back. Relocated in. They get Kuroki a double kill, and at this point, I mean, you're just losing fight after fight after fight if you're mYI, and you're not even getting that much gold out of it if you're Secret. I mean, look at this gold change coming through. It's really just... I mean, they get a lot of experience, yes, but...
20,000 gold.
Yeah.
And they had that little dip where they overextended in the mid lane, but...
Lazard is dead. He gets caught out. He was... I don't know where he was going, but that's an axe for Puppey now done. He's farmed that
so
up.
So it's the fourth game.
Okay. Can you see if you can find out the total records of the item on that hero, like win-loss?
1 win, 2 losses.
So not the best.
It was purchased by Come With Me, S. Crean, or whatever. I don't know how to say his name, and Go Black. That guy has a really funny name.
Oh my god, Hitsawa, are you dead?
Yeah, you're dead.
Oh, the arrow!
Just get arrowed.
That was really well timed. Mitch coming in, though, but yeah, Kuroki's fine regardless. It was just an impressive play. So I guess it doesn't really matter because Secret, they haven't secured a win yet, but at this point they're so far ahead that I don't know if this statistic is going to matter. And although I'm excited to see what this does as soon as he pops it. There it goes.
I'm not sure if they planned this, but the Ags on Puppey this game is actually really good because it's really good when you have a stat-based carry. I mean, he's getting 60% base damage increase, so on 186 damage, it's actually a really significant
They just blew up not only the Rex, but they're probably going to blow up Milan as well. The Dream Coil going in. Lazard's going to take some damage here. There's the poof in. Simba getting low. Scorched Earth is available. Adaptive Strike. Lazard's still alive. They can't kill any single hero yet. I believe the Morphling replicated out. They're actually okay with just taking the Rex, relocating themselves away. On the backside, S4 is still in the base. He's alone. He's going to get bashed up. He's dead. He was trying to get out, but no such luck, and it looks like I was dead as well. Oh, Puppey's going to come in. They get arrowed, but there's the Stormhammer and the Waveform coming in. They did not expect that. Kuroki jumps back on top of them. Grazine is finally going to fall. There's the double. Maybe a triple coming out. Yeah, absolutely for Kuroki. Triple, and it is going to be godlike for him. mYI are wiped, and...
these Stormhammers are just doing work against this Meepo. He actually just can't do damage.
Dire's bottom tower is
it does feel like Secret are outclassing mYI, which is a bit unfortunate considering how mYI have played the past couple of games, but this is just Secret series, man, from beginning to end.
Secret definitely looking like one of the strongest teams in the West. Probably the most consistent, I would say. You know, when you compare them to EG and Cloud9.
Yes. I think we're on course to see those two teams again in the next couple of tournaments do get out.
is under attack.
They are all three going to be at the summit.
Which, of course, I'm very excited. I will be heading there as well to be helping out the Beyond the Summit guys, to be casting it, as well as observing and producing some stuff. So big shout out to them for having me yet again this year at this year's summit. Excited to see all my friends again and have a good time. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to rub it in your face, by the way. I don't. Someday at 4L, we will be at a LAN together. Kuroki gets the kill on Hatawa. He and Ogre will fall, but yeah, and not only just the summit, but I mean even this year or this tournament right now, Secret and well, hold that thought, relocated Mitch and Milan, they're getting chased down. Grazine's got that is brave, Grazine, my friend. That is very brave, but perhaps too brave. Kuroki gets the kill, and
and I expect we'll most likely see a GG coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are
The way that
Secret
have played in this series are just
bottom
they're.
tower is under attack.
It seems unstoppable. 27 minutes in, by the way. This has
Dire's
felt like a
bottom
longer
tower
game.
has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks
Good
are
Dual
under
Scepter
attack.
coming out avoids most of the Ethereal Blade. There's going to be a Stormhammer. Only on the Lizard and Mitch. Now S4 jaunts through the poop on a Puppy. He does have Cleave and God Strength. Also, they do have all the bonus damage coming out from that God Strength. The rest of them, Hatawa takes like 3 hits and dies. And that's going to be the GG finally called as they are diving the base. They're diving the well almost to a certain extent. But 28 minutes in and
Radiant
again,
victory.
Secret with the dominated performance. Yeah, Io. Ridiculous.
Don't give Secret Wisp. I mean, that's pretty much all you can say about this series. 2 really dominating performances coming out from Kuroki while he's being supported by that Wisp. I mean, another game where he's over 700 GPM. I think what did he have? 880 last game? 16-1 on this Morphling.
Yeah, it was 884, yeah.
And Puppy on the Sven, really impressive this game. I really liked his decision making. His early game rotations were spot on, catching out that Mirana at level 1. You know, ganking the mid lane constantly. And Secret just do a really good job. They just use the maps so well, so efficiently. They play extremely safe in the early game, always looking towards the later stages. And besides that mid-fight, I mean, Secret played a pretty flawless game.
Yeah, and that was the case with the first game as well. There was one fight that went a bit awry. A couple of the fights were kind of back and forth and a bit sketchy, and I think Naga died in a point where Kuroki was just kind of trying to man-fight the entire team. But other than that, I think that series was about as close to flawless as you can get for any one team. Although, again, a lot of people going into the series considered mYInsanity to be a Tier 2 talent, and I don't know if I still agree with that sentiment after the way they played the other day. But they certainly have some work to do to get up to where, you know, even close to Secret is at this point. Secret will take the victory 2-0. That's going to give them another 3 points here in the DotaPit group stages, as we will check out the standings quickly. Once again, my name is Mott. With me is F4L here for DotaPit. So looking at the standings right now here in Group B, you have mYInsanity, who is actually in first place, or was in first place. They still might be. They've lost this series, so they're 6-4, currently sitting at 8 points. In Secret, they're now going to be at 5-1, which will give them another 3 points. So they're at 7 points. They're still tied for second here, it looks like. But they're getting very close to eclipsing mYInsanity and moving up to that top position here and first place of the group stages. So again, if you enjoyed the cast, make sure you go ahead and follow us. Check us out on Twitter, of course. You can see us on Twitter at twitter.com/MautDota. Of course, MAUT Dota for me. And with me is F4L. You can check him out at twitter.com/F4LDota. DotaPit.com, twitter.com/DotaPit. Any shoutouts, comments, criticisms, concerns, leave them on Twitter or in chat. If you guys would like to purchase the ticket, it is $9.99 in the Dota store. It comes with a beautiful Lich set. I'll try to show it off to you here in just a moment as I get set up before we head out. But again, yeah, so we actually have a couple more games going on tomorrow, I believe. I'll get the schedule for that as well up in the meantime. We will have 2 series. I believe it's going to be Hellraisers being involved in most of them. Cloud9 versus Hellraisers should be the first series. And then the second one, I'm not sure. It might be Secret versus Hellraisers as well. So we should see these teams back again. As far as the ticket is concerned, yeah, you can check it out here in the Dota store. Boom. It's up for you right now. $9.99, comes with a Lich set. It's beautiful, good stuff. I highly recommend it. It also does give some bonus to the prize pool here. 12.5% of the proceeds will go to the tournament prize pool. So, That's going to be it for us, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. We will see you all tomorrow for our next couple of series. See you around. Before we go, I'm going to play this this beautiful Zelda remix. I highly recommend it. I'll post the link in chat. But guys, have a great night. It's been an absolute pleasure.